AKA Padders, we're live. We haven't done one of these in a while. If you're new here, look, we don't only drop videos every day. We don't only stream multiple days a week. We talk about great, cool looking things. We just talk about things for the eyeballs. And it's timely, right? We got the movie dropping tomorrow. We have right now, though, we have the Art of Ant-Man. Tomorrow, we will be cracking open for the first time the sequel, Ant-Man and the Wasp. As you can see, this is straight up still in the cellophane. So part of this is we do kind of like first looks, first impressions, kind of like let's just flip through the book and just see what it's all about. And usually these books, my big contention with these books is they reverse engineer what's on screen. So we're not getting like a full archive dump of the production work, but we're getting something that's still comprehensive. We get to see the multiple digital. Troll Heyman, I know I got some YouTube comments of yours to respond to. Don't worry. Thank you so much for staying active. Thank you for staying interactive. Troll Heyman, I love you, buddy. Thanks a million. Are you familiar with these books? So I've done a lot of these before, but I've been documenting like basically the ones I don't have. And it pretty much started around Thor Love and Thunder. I've repurchased Thor Ragnarok. Some of these are insanely expensive. I'm down to one when it comes to Marvel's phases 1 through 3. I'm debating on some phase 4 ones. I'm even debating on pre-ordering the next one, the Quantumania for Ant-Man. But these come in a beautiful slipcase. They retail for about $50. They're worth it no matter what you pay, and a lot of them are just super cheap right now. I recommend to everyone to purchase these and start building these into your collection, because if you're an artist, you're also part archivist. You archive your work as you go along. You want to document a lot. These books, they kind of show us how to do it. They guide us. They give us a lot of ideas. I love the descriptions of the pictures and the way how they frame some of their sections or chapters. These things, a lot of this stuff I learned from and I duplicated on akapad.com. But cheers to all you guys. I really love you. And this is a little bit of an exercise for me because I just want to look at cool things. A fantastic cover. So these covers are, well, this is Andy Park here. Andy Park comes from the school of Rob Liefeld. Rob Liefeld to Andy Park. You don't beat a better combo than that. So a lot of now look, it doesn't mean that Rob Liefeld taught Andy Park everything that he knows, but Rob Liefeld identified enough within Andy Park at a super young age. And, it validates so much of Rob Liefeld's eye and how he spots talent. And that talent is not only a career's talent, it's significant. We see this with Jeff Masuda. We see with Dan Fraga right now. Carl Alaster from Bloodstrike. I'm butchering his last name. Oh, look how cool that is. See, so I love this first movie. I love the second movie. There's a side of me that kind of I don't want to deal with it being serious. Like I just don't want to deal with the Quantumania heaviness. I want these movies to be fast, lighthearted, goofy. I want them to be Ant-Man, and I'm hoping in here. I don't know. Like, let's get into. This is awesome. Look at him next to these diamonds. I'm hoping in here. Yeah, look, we have Paul Rudd right here. Very bad digital recreation of his signature, by the way. So let's see if they get into the history of this movie. Astonishing Ant-Man Marvel premiere. $47 spiking on eBay right now. And I don't think so. So some of this, and if you go on the Wikipedia, it goes through the actual, some of the highlights of the production development of this movie. This movie was what I was reading about this movie for such a long time. I'm talking maybe from like the 80s on. Wikipedia backs some of it up. Howard Stern was attached at one point. We know everyone knows about Edgar Wright, but we kind of forget about Bob Gale, the screenwriter of Back to the Future, or co-writer. Bob Gale too actually went to Marvel Comics. He did like an Ant-Man Christmas special. But Bob Gale at one time had the script, and that's what they were floating around. And it's just this character, for whatever reason, fascinated creative minds. And I'm sure Honey, I Shrunk the Kids was the culprit for that. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids really inspired a generation's worth of moviegoers and filmmakers, meaning it was such a big, giant, bombastic idea. It was so well done, and people just felt like adding an action sequence, like a superhero action character to Honey, I Shrunk the Kids seems to be low-hanging fruit. I'm not a soldier, I'm a scientist. So Edgar Wright, look at this red, holy crap. So Edgar Wright is the one that pretty much, look at the helmet designs. But Edgar Wright really was the mind behind. We need to cut this glare down just a little. But like the idea of Scott Lang being a burglar, the burglar kind of being able to assist the storyline. Look at Andy Park's designs. And a lot of this work just reminds me so much of Clayton Crane, especially this right here. You got like Clayton Crane has a way of just like he puts down those heavy blocky colors and just highlights it along the way. Look at these helmets. So these books too, they're so much fun just to have like sitting around and to just pick them up and read little portions here and there. This is one of the best studies I've seen of all the books of a single character, single design. Yeah, we got more here. So like this is a little bit what I mean. Like they cherry pick very little of the overall production slate. I like the Pine last name here. It's like etched onto the helmet. Got Michael Douglas, and you'll see too. See, like here, they're figuring out what Hank Pym or Michael Douglas is wearing. Part of this helps them with the casting, helps them with even with the story and finalizing elements, because it slowly becomes a real life thing. So it slowly becomes a character, and you'll see in the later productions how exact with the likenesses and the reproductions they are in pre-visualizing everything that ends up on screen. Here's S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, like, again, people forget how heavy S.H.I.E.L.D. was in this movie. This just looks fantastic. There is a mighty glare. There you go. Just trying to get a little bit of that in focus. And again, like, look at the detail in the production. Like, they're actually figuring out the guts of the door that Scott Lang breaks into. Super nice. Look at the lab, the detail. Super cool. This is awesome. Look at this ready room with the suits. And I remember too. I remember when they announced like Michelle Pfeiffer for that second movie. There we go. And then this is again trailer moment of Scott Lang breaking into Hank Pym's secret laboratory and discovering Ant-Man. Really cool stuff. Yeah, and see, like, these are the ideas. Like, again, like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids really changed a generation. Look at it, the water droplets. I mean, it's in a way, it's got to paint this. And look at him on the record player, Anthony Francisco, incredible. Yeah. See, and this is, believe it or not, this is what, these are the gimmicks, these are the ideas we want to see more and more of. It's tricky anticipating this stuff with Quantumania because we're not getting that. We're not getting the gimmicks. We're getting something completely different. This is him like messing with a wire, like he's in the mechanical devices paper. Yeah, there you go. $30 bill, Photoshop instead of dialogue. Yeah, him next to the diamond is just freaking awesome. And you can see too, like, this is like, again, it's digital, but you can see how it's digitally painted. Oh, you're not? Yeah, so Troll, feel free, like, go through my live feed, and you can see a lot of them. I should have even like a playlist on my YouTube where you can probably play these for like a few hours on end. Me just kind of, again, detailing these books as much as possible. So he's inside of a like the bingo cage with the balls. Yeah, Amazon has them. Some of them are super low. Some of them are insanely like Winter Soldier, Doctor Strange, Black Panther. Those are your super expensive ones, and then it's both of Avengers Infinity War, Guardians of the Galaxy are going to be your next price point, and then everything else that I didn't just name should be in striking distance. The Spider-Man movies might be like post like 50 to 70, and so might Captain America Civil War. Here we go. I love the storyboards. Look for the ants helping him with the countdown. How cool is that? Look, he's jumping on the back of a cockroach here, fighting a rat. Again, like, these are the ideas. Like, these are the ideas of the movie. And this movie, I love the scene when they're inside of the briefcase and he's slow motion fighting Yellow Jacket as the briefcase is falling from a helicopter, and there's all those lifesavers and Tic Tacs and stuff that they're fighting between. It's just insane. It really is. Like, that's what you want from a movie like this. Like, shots like this, moments like this. This is Marvel. This is why Marvel's significant. And this has nothing to do with a bigger storyline, a bigger tapestry, a mosaic. This is strictly this. And it's Doctor Strange was the same way. The phases 1 through 3 had a significant amount of straight up awesome standalone movies. I love the Pine logo right here. If you guys can see that, yeah, there it is. It is too good. You see a lot in this movie too. Yeah, see, these previses are, I love it. Yeah, like, I always wanted to kind of look up to see exactly how they put these together and how long it takes. And they're really good with look, see, it's like same arm, same engine. Like, these screens here, all 3 of these screens are all the same screen. This image here is just repeated. Like, they have a way of utilizing their time, being very economical with their time. Yeah. Yeah. So the ones I'll get into that, Troll Heyman. I'll show you real quick if you we don't have too much more to go. I'll show you. I'll build my top five and I'll show them to you. My bookshelf's right next to me. I'll grab them and I'll give you a brief on why. Look at Yellow Jacket. Look, I'm all for, because it's storytelling shortcuts of the villain duplicating the powers of the hero, especially in a movie one. I'm fine with that. But they did such a cool job with Yellow Jacket, and he's got like the honeycomb texture, which is kind of like a halo texture. Really wild stuff. And people forget too, Yellow Jacket was a Hank Pym alter ego, right? He was Goliath. He was also Yellow Jacket, and I believe Yellow Jacket dies at one point in one of the Avengers comics. Yeah, like the covers him like they're all standing on. There's a spotlight, and they're all standing around like a like an empty costume of Yellow Jacket. And it's like Yellow Jacket falls or Yellow Jacket dies. Combat concepts, let him just like driving himself into the wall. This is cool. Look at that drop kick. Really cool designs. See, this one's awesome. It's like more yellow, less black. Again, like that's why these books are valuable, like easily. They're more valuable than what they're worth, even the expensive ones. Look at this one right here. Anthony Francisco. Incredible. Like, this is the Anthony Francisco show here. We got some Andy Parks. He rose through the ranks. He's higher up there now for sure. Yeah, these are just a little too complicated. A little too. Wow, look at this one. This is so wild. I mean, you get to the point where you want to see everything on screen. Here we go. The big ideas. Hope Vane Dine. Very cool here. The scale. Bullet inked. Yeah, this is cool too. He gives up. Right, this is, what's his name? Ted? Jake? I forget the name, but this one dies. But look, he's feeding it like a droplet of water. So it's so intelligent. This is cool. Look at this one on the circuit board. And you can see how they work with the same image. Yeah, fire inked, winged carpenter. My sister, we used to, like, one time when she was a kid, she got like a whole nest of these somehow in her bedroom. It was crazy. Dude, I love the harnesses or like the saddles. The training device. Yeah, see, like, look how wild this is. This ain't here with the winch. Like, that's what you would see on the Jeep. Beyond. Like I said, this is what Marvel's all about. Look at the cameras on them. Got a tanker. This is really what this is. There's so many ideas. You kind of just wish the movies went in that direction. There we go. PIM Technologies. Oh, look at Michael Douglas right there, front and center. classic helmet there. Yeah, I think I would, but it would have to be my movies, though. It would have to be my movies. Yeah, and here we go. Nice deep exploration. This one's just like, again, it's just like you almost have to get it out of your system. You have to completely take the original costume and make it as modern day as possible. Did you think you could stop the future? Yeah, so this was like, I think this was like the Edgar Wright test shot. Like Edgar Wright made the sequence, right? And that leaked online at one point. It may not be 100% on that. We really see the power of Ant-Man. Because again, like the idea is that when he shrinks, he's like it's like his energy shrinks with him, so he's more stronger the smaller he gets. There's some comic book science explanation for it. Here we go. We got some previs 3D storyboards here, like full animatics. This is probably a movie, like like the movie within the movie, or within the production, we'll say. There's just too much here sometimes. There we go. This is probably him running along the barrel of the gun. Him dodging a bullet. Look at the tank. Holy crap. The tank going right through the building. Helicopter fight scene. The briefcase battle. Here we go. I'm happy it's here. Yeah, look, the cell phone's in there, the keys, look, broken pencil, broken number 2 pencil. This sequence is maybe, I'm not joking, this sequence is a top 5 sequence in any of the Marvel movies. Because it's so imaginative, it's so much fun. And then, then we have the Thomas the Train battle. Like, super cool. People don't like that second one. I love that second movie. Yeah, look, real tank. Miniature toy real tank. See, like big ideas. Here we go. Into the quantum realm. Awesome. So he goes through the quantum realm, destroys his tech. Look at that. I mean, like, do you like what would you care if they have the same powers? Look at this image. What does that take away from? There you go, the globe. Yeah, and they're pretty good too. Like they actually sometimes they don't do this for everyone, but yeah, I'm happy it's here. The concept artwork for the movie posters as well. And some of these like movie posters were later for like San Diego Comic-Con or New York or Chicago, like the bigger conventions. They would just do prints for these. And that's how, at one time too, how a lot of this stuff leaked out, because that was a first look. This is awesome. Michael Douglas, the Wasp. Yeah. Bob Layton. Oh, yeah. So these are some of the people referenced. Beyond impressive. This one's great. This one's fantastic. I'm going to try and rewatch that second movie tonight before tomorrow. So when we sit down, because tomorrow, again, I never set eyes on this one. We're going to go through it. So I kind of won't be up to speed on the story. I've seen this movie maybe once and a half times. I love the beginning of that. So yeah, so real quick, Troll, let's do the top 5. We got to do the top 5. All right, let's see here. Here we go. go. I'm coming. I'm coming. All right. And we're going to start with an honorable mention. All right. In no particular order outside the honorable mention right here, Avengers Endgame. The reason, because this has a good chunk of unused concept design work. This is where you see the Doctor Strange Iron Man. Black Panther. Doctor Strange. Avengers Infinity War. Guardians of the Galaxy. You can see like a little bit of a pattern here, right? And maybe my favorite, like this is my absolute number one. Thor Ragnarok. So AKA Padders, tomorrow we're going to hit another one. I love you guys. Rob Liefeld says goodbye. Thanks for hanging out.